Okay, concerning my home television transmitting station, low power, that I was going to use the blonder tongue for, I've made some changes. The changes had to take place after I got my front room remodeled, which I did. This is my new front room. And I've run coax cables through the walls. Now that there are 4 television sets in, besides my big screen here, there are 4 television sets, and these 4 sets I have in here, they represent my experience in my years of growing up with television, beginning with the 1948 Admiral 30C15. That's my first experience with TV. I might have been only 3 years old. And I remember the sitting on my mother's lap, and I remember the Kraft cameras, the little puppets, the cameras, they had the big K's on it. The Admiral represents my experience with up to 1956, 57, right in that era. We had a set similar to this. I watched a lot of TV shows on it through those years. Then we move up to this Dumont Hampton. This was made in 1956. It's not rebuilt, neither is the Admiral yet. But that represents my years of between, I would say, 1959 and 1965 of television watching. And then we go up to the 1965 Zenith color set. That represents my years from, say, 1965 into the 1970s. And finally, here is my really nice 1985 RCA Color Track 2000. And on this particular Color Track 2000, I only watched movies. I never watched television on it. I got away from watching television in the 80s. Only watched movies. Those days it would have been on videotape or on cable. But what I've done, instead of using the blonder tongue, here is, down below, a Radio Shack RF modulator and my old original Roku box plugged into it. Now this is not the way this is going to end up ultimately. I have a popcorn hour I thought I'd incorporate into this. But the purpose of this is so that when I get all of these 3 sets here, although the color set does work, it has problems. I need to do work on it, but the 2 older sets have to be rebuilt. When I get that done, I'm going to be able to demonstrate. I don't watch these televisions as per se. I just demonstrate them when I have friends over to show how they look. And now, the way I'm setting this up, I can run vintage television programming on these sets. Now in the attic I have an RCA RF distribution amplifier, and I think that it's overdriving my Zenith. Might even be overdriving this a little bit. I'm going to experiment later on and eliminate that by just jumpering it out just to see what the difference is. But I have coax cables going through the wall, but I had a part of Bonanza playing. I don't think this is going to hit the YouTube copyright thing, but
Come on. Is anybody inside me? Michael.
believe you me, this Color Track 2000 looks much better with Laserdisc and DVDs playing into it than the Roku box. But here it is on my Zenith Martial.
I'd like to see your husband.
The tube in here in that set is tired, just as the tube in this one and that one is also tired. They're old used sets, but I don't watch these sets. I only like to demonstrate them and occasionally run them just to make sure that they're still working. The Martial needs work with the Space Command 600 receiving unit doesn't work right. I got to fix that. And also you'll notice it rolls every now and then. This probably needs capacitors, especially in the vertical circuits. I've done nothing to the set at all since I got it. But this is the state of where my home television transmitter project ended up so far. Closed circuit, not over the air. And like I say, it does work real well. The amplifier might be a little bit much.
What do you want to know?
I don't know.
That Indian.
But
The one that rode to the cart ride.
it's all working at any event. So
Did you see
I'll leave it go. I'll make the next video when I make some changes in what's going to run into these sets, and especially when I'm going to work on my Admiral next to get that thing working, restored. So I'll make another video with that.